Yo, what's good, everybody? I appreciate you guys checking in. We're hitting you after an embarrassing loss. Once again, a loss in SoFi, 15-20. Biggest question is where do we go from here? We're gonna talk about it. We're going to kind of lay it out. Just our biggest takes of the loss, the game. Now that we've been able to soak it up and kind of sleep on it for a second, but there's also been some moves. We got a new quarterback in the building. We picked up a couple guys that we basically placed onto the practice squad. We'll touch on that for a second, but then as we always do on Tuesdays, I apologize. It was on me. Couldn't do it last week, but we're back at it and we're going to go over some film, and I understand that, it's not looking great as a unit, as a team, but you still got to go over the film. You got to look at what we did well, what we can kind of grow on and look forward to, but also you never know, because at the end of the day, the film don't lie. So the film tells you a story of how it truly went down. And, I wouldn't be able to break this thing down with other than my guys. I appreciate you guys coming through. I got Chris, Protect the Show podcast, as well as the Severe Raider guys. Wherever you guys are at, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. But Chris, how you doing, brother? How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. That's ready to talk about this game, I guess, man.
The game that one team played. Not sure if
the game that one team played, man. The dumpster fire.
Exactly. What's going on, Severe? How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. I was at that travesty of a game, man. So I had a firsthand, I have eyewitness account of that massacre that took place.
And it looked like y'all showed up too. Raiders showed up, didn't they?
Oh, we showed up. Showed up. For sure. It was like 60-40.
It don't matter. It never matters, does it?
Yeah, it don't
never
matter.
matters.
It never matters when we show up.
Never matters, because I'll tell you right now, that Carolina game was probably the best show out outside of the last game against San Diego last year. But that Carolina game, the Raider Nation showed out. And obviously we all know what happened against Carolina. But I mean, we're going to kind of break it all down. We're going to give the recap of kind of our biggest takes of the game, but salute to the chat. I appreciate everybody rolling through. You got me, you coming through. I appreciate you. You're saying I've been off because I didn't really want to lose my cool. And I think that's everybody, right? I'm okay with the season being over. That's tough, right? And we're going to talk about where do we go from here? And I'm going to give you my opinions. And it's tough because I think we're currently in probably one of the, I'd say, toughest situations that I think we've been in many years. Sometimes you have something to kind of fall back on, something to kind of hang your hat on with our team, and we're in a really tough situation. So we'll talk about it. Huey P, I appreciate you coming through. My 2 cents. It's always good seeing you in the building. Chili Pepper 28, appreciate you pulling up. SoCal Sal, you always coming through, man. I appreciate you. Mark pulling up. I appreciate it.
Panel with Chili Pepper the other day.
Yeah, shout out to Chili, man.
Shout out to Queen Raiderette. Appreciate you coming through.
Queen Raiderette rolling up. I appreciate you. All eyes on G. You always come through.
All eyes.
Appreciate that. Rich Angelo, you and your guillotine league over there. I appreciate you pulling up. Moolah, appreciate you coming through. Nazo, you in the building. Appreciate it. Dixon Sider, I appreciate you as well. Raider Paul coming through. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Again, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. Got Chris, Protect the Show podcast, the Severe Raider. Make sure you guys go hit that like button, subscribe wherever you're at. But let's kind of talk about it. First things first, we did pick up a couple guys onto the practice squad. First and foremost, we got tight end. We signed him to the practice squad. Trayvon Wesco, I believe he came from the Bears. I believe he was on their practice squad. I don't know if he was a free agent or not, but my biggest concern is if we are bringing on another tight end, my concern is we saw Harrison Bryant walk off favoring that shoulder.
Yeah, he got. Yeah.
I hope he's not out. We need him. If this offense has any chance to move, we need production out of our tight end, some veterans, guys that understand how to work their way through a system and conduct themselves during a game. And so have you guys heard any updates on Harrison Bryant or what the status is? I haven't been able to hear AP's presser today.
His AP. I didn't see one today. I think was it one today or was it yesterday? I think I saw one yesterday. but there is no, at that point, it wasn't even any update on Aiden O'Connell yet. So, and that was before we even signed Ritter. So, like, he didn't have anything in terms of injuries. I don't believe he was asked either. And when I checked this morning, I didn't see any update on Harrison Bryant. So, which is going to be a big loss. You know, like, we need Michael Mayer back. And it's not looking like he's going to return this season, to be honest with you. Just knowing how these things usually go, you know, past his prologue, you look at what happened with Stetson Bennett. He missed an entire year. Look what happened with, you know, Ben Simmons taking it to a different sport in the NBA. He was going through his mental health stuff. He missed a year as well. So I'm not expecting Michael Mayer to come through, you know, to bust through the door like Kool-Aid man. Like, you know,
Yeah, I am.
I'm not expecting that at all. So, you know, with like adding this other tight end is going to be huge. Shanker going to be Brock Bowers and Shanker's show.
It's Cole Fotheringham. That was my guy.
Bro,
Hey,
I like
that man on the field.
I like Cole Fotheringham.
That's what I'm saying. I like Cole, man.
I liked him.
Jody Montez, just let you know, we are going to cover the new quarterback that's in the building. We're going to talk about it real quick. But again, everybody, salute to everybody in the chat. Billy Davis, you rolling through. Always good seeing you in
Billy
here.
D.
If you guys do have a question for the panel or what have you, go ahead and hit the type in hashtag Raiders, then the question will catch my eye, and hopefully I could pick it up for you. But salute to everybody in chat. I appreciate you guys coming through. Yeah, Chris, do you think with the potential loss of Harrison Bryant, would there be a game or two? And not sure how bad it is. Do you think that's a big blow to our offense, or what offense that we have? Do you think it's a big blow to the offense?
To be honest, I mean, it depends on what the overall goal is, man. You know, he's not going to move the needle. I mean, I like Harrison Bryant, but you know, at this point, let all the young guys play, man. Let all the young guys play. Let's see who we have. Let's see if Cole Fotheringham and what's his name, Carter Bradley. Let's see if they can do some work. You know, let's bring Sincere McCormick up, see what he got. You know, let's as a great philosopher once told me, let's embrace these strategic substitutions.
Okay, can I get some SS in the chat? SS in the chat, please. Everybody.
Hashtag SS, strategic substitution.
You know what time it is. You know what time.
Absolutely. And hey, it's always good seeing D-Menace come up in the building. I appreciate you pulling through, man. Salute to you. And we got our first SS now, though. You know what's going on.
You know what time it is.
So the other guy that we brought into the practice squad is a former second rounder. You got Terrace Marshall out of LSU. And so you got a guy that was highly touted, second round draft pick. Obviously, as a second round draft pick, he's going to come in and you want him to contribute right away. And so it obviously was, I believe, Carolina, and we signed him over to the practice squad. How do you think that? Do you think there's a chance we might see him? Obviously, the last couple of weeks we've had Bachman, we've had Christian Wilkerson come up. I mean, we are elevating guys from the practice squad. It seems like every single week because we don't know if Jacoby Myers is going to play. And so, Chris, what are your thoughts? Do you think there's a chance that Terrace Marshall might actually have a chance of finding the playing field? And one thing to point out is Justin Shorter. He was signed up from the practice or elevated from the practice squad, and he saw playing time last week. And so it looks like we are just kind of elevating guys to kind of get some playing time. And maybe we are doing that hashtag SS, as Severe will say. But do you think that moves the needle at all? Do you think he's got a chance at seeing the field?
I mean, not move the needle. I mean, he may rotate in. You know, again, why not? I mean, let's bring him in. He's a young kid. You know, I think he's like 23 or so. So still young. Went to basically wide receiver U. So, you know, he's been around some dogs. So, you know, not saying he's going to do anything for us, but I mean, at this point, it's all about evaluating what we have. You know, I'm not out here looking for us to you know, light anything on fire. You know, I'm not expecting, you know, whoever the quarterback is to to light anything on fire. I just want to see a team that doesn't give up, keep fighting, play the best you can, and everyone will get evaluated. So do I think he's going to get much burn? Probably not right away, but eventually he will, you know.
There's one thing that I saw in the game that I think the last couple of weeks we've really struggled with, and I'll kind of throw that out there. But Severe, I'll throw it to you. Do you think there's a chance that he's got a chance at seeing the field, given the fact that we do have kind of a rotation of receivers at this point, with Devontae Adams being shipped off, Jacoby Myers? Hopefully, we see him play at some point. But what's your thoughts on Terrence Marshall?
I mean, I think there's a chance. I don't understand what these guys are doing in terms of their wideouts. It's like, why are we putting Alex Bachman in the game? You know, like we have Tariq McAllister. Why is Ramel Keaton not getting any run? Like I'm not putting Christian Wilkerson. Like, he's not part of my future. Okay, I'm putting Ramel Keaton out there. We saw he was an impressive guy in the preseason. I think Terrace Marshall should get some run, right? He was on that LSU team that won a national championship. He was on that same receiver platoon with Jamar Chase, with Justin Jefferson, right? And a lot of people thought, just in terms of athleticism, he was the best pure athlete of them. So he's a guy that's extremely physically gifted. It's just the other nuances of the game where he kind of falls behind. So especially behind a guy like Justin Jefferson. So I think he should get some run. I don't see why he wouldn't get any run, but with the way we've been handling some of our younger players, like I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because Bachman's actually been getting burned at receiver too, not only in kick return. So it just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
So here's my thing, and it was kind of said in the chat, is what I want to get back to is, we have zero size. I mean, Tyreek McAllister, yes, you can throw him out there, but then you got Tyreek McAllister under 6 foot. You have DJ Turner under 6 foot, Trey Tucker under 6 foot. I mean, there is no size out there. And one of the things that Jacoby Myers brings to the table, one of the things that Devontae Adams did bring to the table, but obviously he's gone, is at least you have a sizable receiver that has a chance to win a 50-50 ball, that could bail a quarterback out. You know, and as it stands right now, we saw it. There was a couple times where we tried to hit Trey Tucker up the sideline, and just, if you could imagine a 6'2", 6'3" receiver trying to catch that and actually get over that corner a little bit, Trey Tucker just doesn't have that ability. And so I think that there is a chance that we might see him. You know, if Ramel Keaton hasn't been brought up at this point, I just don't know when he would. You know, it's weird that Bachman was brought up. You know, you brought in Ramel Keaton as an undrafted free agent, so you saw some potential in him. So let's see what he has at this point. You know, you have that opportunity because your number one receiver, Devontae Adams, gone. Your number two receiver, Jacoby Myers, is gone. If you are going to start bringing some guys in, you know, I think it would be good to see what we have, whether they are buried in the depth chart or possibly on the practice squad. And we need the size. Brock Bowers is really the only size that we have right now. And I'll tell you, if the tight end that got hurt, blanking on his name,
Harrison Bryant,
if he's out for some reason, I mean, that's just another threat at receiver that is now off the board. So there might be a chance. But Afakasi Raider, I appreciate you for the super chat. You're saying, Severe, how do you feel about Carter Bradley, a.k.a. Baby Matt Ryan, possibly starting? Could be good in the absence of baby Kurt Warner. Great way to kind of walk into this, right? Because we talked about the guys that we just signed to the practice squad, and now let's talk about the new quarterback. All right, Desmond Ridder. He obviously was drafted over by the Atlanta Falcons. He's been sitting on Arizona's practice squad, and we brought him over. Now, let's talk first, before we talk about how he's going to affect us. Let's talk first. How do you like the move? How do you like the move bringing in Desmond Ridder, you know, over in the way which we did? And Chris, I'll throw it to you first. Do you like the move of just bringing Ridder in?
I'm not mad at it because I was actually high on Ridder coming out of college. I thought he was pretty good in Cincinnati. I thought he he had good like physical ability. Like he was pretty quick. He can move. You know, I think he had senior year. I think he almost had like 6 or 7 running touchdowns, and he threw for a lot of touchdowns. So he, you know, he may be one of those guys that just, you know, just started off at the wrong team, just didn't develop. But you know, I'm okay with, honestly, like right now, we're looking for a guy that's going to back up whoever we draft next year. At the end of the day, he seems like a guy who has the same type of skill set as one of the quarterbacks that I think a lot of us want. So that kind of lets me know, you know, if he can be a good backup for next year, then I'm cool with it.
I'm with you. And hey, real quick,
Big
Mike,
Mike.
Big Mike, man.
Oh, Big Mike.
That's huge. I appreciate you,
bro.
A $50 haymaker.
You did not do that, bro. Appreciate you,
Big
bro.
Right. Appreciate
Big
it.
Mike.
And you know, hey, Big Mike, we got to get you on because I'll tell you, I've been talking to these guys a little bit, and I know you do a lot of work when it comes to the college side of things. And I definitely want to bring some Chris. We talked about in Vegas a little bit when we were out here. Love to bring somebody on that obviously knows a lot about the Raiders, but also knows a lot about the college side. You know what I'm saying? And so
he's one of the GOATs. That's how I got hip to Big Mike. His 30 for 30.
Oh yeah,
30 prospect. That's like 2 years ago. That's how I got hip to Big Mike. I'm like, that's a bad boy right there.
Exactly, huge. You know, so big shout out to you, Big Mike, and everybody that's in the chat. Make sure you go hit up Big Mike. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like his channel as well. Throws out great content about the Raiders, but also about the college game as well. And so make sure you go in and check him out. But Big Mike, salute to you. Appreciate you, man. So Severe, I'll throw it to you now. Do you like the fact that we just brought in Ridder? Do you like the move and even just kind of the details of the move, right? We brought him off of the practice squad. And so in order to do that, we actually have to sign him to the active roster. Yeah. And I don't know what the details are.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, so we did. You have to sign.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, okay. All right, my bad.
Yeah, the only way you could pull somebody from someone's practice squad is that you have to bring them onto the active roster. But you know, I don't know if we've seen the details of the contract. I'm sure it's not very much at all because you're pulling from practice squad. I'm sure it's less than $1 million, you know.
Yeah.
And so what are your thoughts on bringing in Desmond Ridder at this point, Severe?
Yeah, it's not like we're hurting for money either. You know, we're one thing we ain't worried about. So my thoughts on Desmond Ridder is that right now, and this lets you know how bad our quarterback situation is. Right now, Desmond Ridder is the youngest quarterback we have on our roster. Well, I think he might be the same age as Carter Bradley. He's only 25. So
probably, yeah.
He may be the same age as Carter Bradley. He's already the most physically gifted quarterback we have on our roster as well, right? And just in terms of talent and physical gifts, he's more physically gifted and talented than any of those guys. Part of Desmond Ridder's issues were he's athletic. I think he ran like a 4.5. He jumped like 36 inches. He can move. And he won at Cincinnati. He won, right? Yeah. He's a guy that was a team captain. He's a leader, great work ethic, all that stuff. But just operationally, he's not a guy that, you know, first of all, he doesn't have a great arm. His average arm strength at best, probably around Aiden O'Connell's arm, maybe a little bit better, but in that same area. He's not a guy that gets through his progressions all that well. He kind of has a little bit of a wind up. So like all those other aspects. So he has some correctable things that if you can get outside the arm strength, there's other things, if you can get corrected, you maybe have something there, but those aren't things you can correct in season. But at this point, what do we have to lose?
Right.
What
he's
do
scrappy,
we have
though.
to lose?
He's scrappy.
Like, we have nothing else to lose. And if nothing else, he's a guy, he can make some plays with his legs. We thought Gardner Minshew would be able to do that. He has on occasions. He hasn't been able to do that with the consistency that I think some of us had hoped and expected. We saw this last game. You know, he got the shoestring tackle when it looked like he was about to have a big run. I think we saw the same thing in week maybe it was week 1 where it looked like he was about to go for a big run, and then Bosa caught him by the ankle. So we seen that, right? So maybe if he had a little bit, you know, if you could pick him up and put him down a little bit faster, maybe some of these plays will manifest themselves. So I have no problem. Like let Desmond Ridder get out there. He's young. He has some talent. Let him get out there and compete.
Yeah, chat. Let us know. I'm seeing some people in the chat. They're kind of giving their opinions on Ritter. And here's my thing, Severe. I'm with you, and I think Chris, you agreed with it as well. I mean, at this point, it's probably the best option that shows that the Raiders are still trying to get somewhere. Right? They're still trying to produce something. They're trying to make something out of this season. Now, not saying that Ritter's going to be the cure to it all, but he's got the talent. He showed in college, and he was drafted, out of college for a reason, to show that, look, he has some of the talent, the intangibles that you need to have success. It just has to all come together for him. And again, sometimes you just put into a really rough situation. That Falcons situation over there, it just didn't seem like they were using the talent that was around him. I mean, you look like he was brought in with the tight end,
CJ
Kyle Pitts, and everybody said Kyle Pitts is that generational talent that was going to change everything, which he was projected to be. I follow the Florida Gators, and he was an absolute stud.
I thought he was going to be nasty
over there.
Yeah. I mean, did you think about Kyle Pitts' first year in the league? He had Matt Ryan as quarterback. He went over 1,000 yards. As soon as Matt Ryan is gone, as soon as older Carter Bradley is gone, he's struggled since then. And then this year, I think he's had putting together a solid season. But yeah, I mean, he struggled mainly because of Ritter.
Exactly, and that's the biggest thing. Is I think that if you want to bring in a quarterback that you still work with, that you still can throw into a system, because he's been through multiple systems. He learned the Falcons system through, I think, 2 different coordinators, and then he goes over and he's with the Arizona Cardinals. He's learning a different type of system. Yes, he's practice squad, so he's not, it's day to day what he has to learn and potentially install during practice. Yeah. But he's learning in the NFL. He understands how NFL defenses work. So you can throw him in and potentially find some success where hopefully he's not throwing hospital balls out there. Now, here's the biggest question is, do we start Ritter this Sunday versus the Chiefs? That's one of the biggest questions. So chat, let us know. Do you think you throw in Ritter right out the box to start?
Hashtag SS.
Against the Chiefs. Let us know. Yeah, let us know. But Severe, I'll throw it to you first, because I think you got something to say. But hey, Larry Fleming, I appreciate you pulling up. Real quick, Coach Sip of Jamba Juice, what's up, man? I appreciate you coming through. When I think about this team, my head hurts. I'm with you. Like this, trust me.
We're going to talk brain freeze from the Jamba Juice too, though. Could be brain freeze from the Jamba Juice.
We're definitely going to talk a little bit about how we turn this thing around before we jump into the film, because we're going to talk. We're going to jump in the film. We're going to check it out, because again, the film doesn't lie. So we're going to jump into that. But I appreciate the super chat, man. I appreciate you pulling up. But Severe, do we start? Do you think we start Desmond Ritter against the Chiefs this Sunday? Do
I think we start him against the Chiefs? No, I don't think. We just picked him up. He doesn't know the playbook yet. Would I start him? Oh yeah. Look, I'm giving him a crash course, and I'm throwing him out.
Severe would put Tyree Wilson at quarterback if he could.
I'm starting. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I'm starting him. I'm starting Tyree Wilson at corner. It's like, let me see what you got up there. Let me see if these guys can get off the jam. But I'm throwing him out. I mean, if I was me, I'm throwing him out there. Like, at this point, I'm looking to build toward next year. I think we already know Aiden is he's on IR anyway. But I think we all agree. Most of us don't like him as a starter. But I don't think anybody would say he's not a competent backup, or wouldn't be one of the top, 20, 15 backups in the league. So I think we're kind of solidified at the backup spot. But if you want to have a younger guy with more, it's a little bit more dynamic, kind of in the mode of an extremely impoverished man's Justin Fields, kind of in that same mode, right? Like move around a little bit, and we saw what Getsy was able to do with them. And Chicago ran for a bunch of yards, didn't throw for a bunch of yards. Maybe one of those type of situations, but I'm all about the SS. And shout out to my guy Rundown. That SS could lead to another SS, Shedeur Sanders.
Shout out to Rundown,
There
my
you go.
dog.
So, Chris, I'll throw it to you. Do you start him? Do you start him this week against the Chiefs? And in chat, we got a lot of people in chat. I think the large majority are saying, hell yes. People are saying, why not? We have nothing else to lose. So I think the majority of people are saying yes, but there are some people that are saying, he doesn't know the playbook. Severe to your point. Some people are throwing that out there, but Chris, what's your thought?
No, I don't want to play him this week. But I think still throw out Carter, throw out
you're a coward, Chris.
Hey, no, but the thing is, hashtag SS. It don't matter who we play. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who we play.
True.
But
Yeah,
no,
true.
my thing is, play whoever this week, and then go ahead and rock with Ritter for the rest of the season. To be quite honest, but like I said, at the end of the day, this is all about evaluation. Evaluation. There's really no point in putting Gardner in. We saw what he could do. And speaking on that, just kind of I'm tired of people acting like I wanted Gardner Minshew on this team. So I picked who I wanted out of the two that we had. But for the record, I never said I want Gardner Minshew to be the starting quarterback of this team. Like, I didn't want to handpick him. It's just, people been all in my DM, like putting laughing emojis, by the way. So,
you gotta set that record straight, huh?
Gotta set it straight, man. I'm gonna have a couple more of these whiskeys and I'm gonna tell you how I really feel, man. Stay out my DM.
Yeah.
And before we move on, I want to say this, just to make this very clear. Organizationally, we make this extremely clear. Like, people are like, oh, don't put Desmond Ritter in there. We're gonna lose by 30. Like, we doing that. First of all, we're doing that with whoever we put in there quarterback for the most part. So it's not like that makes a whole bunch of difference. Second of all, if this team was really looking, let's do what we can to win this year, then instead of picking up Desmond Ritter, DoorDash driver, they pick up maybe a guy like Ryan Tannehill, who's more of a win now type of person.
Win now.
Obviously,
they don't care. We're not looking right now.
They're not looking to win right now. That's why you get a young receiver like Terrence Marshall, right? I'm sure there are other receivers out there that are more experienced guys who can help us, right? Michael Thomas is out there, right? Corey Davis is out there. I think Randall Cobb is out there. Philip Dorsett, we had him before. Like, we're other more veteran guys that are out there. If we were looking to win now, we're not really looking to win now. They see the writing. They see the writing on the wall. We're at the meat of our schedule right now. We got some. Yeah. We got the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Falcons. Like we're in the thick of it. Nasty. So it's just like, we're not looking to win these games. We're looking to evaluate what we have.
And I'm with you. And so here's the only thing I'll throw out there is I wouldn't be mad if we throw in either one. And I almost would be probably a little more disappointed if Minshew did go, because we're already working with a very limited playbook. We have so many new pieces coming to the table. We're elevating practice squad guys. Justin Shorter, a practice squad tight end, got playing time last week. He doesn't have a whole lot of knowledge of this playbook where he is. And if Harrison Bryant's out and we got to throw another potential practice squad guy or shuffle around guys, guess what? That playbook is now very limited. There's not a whole lot Lou Getsy can throw out there because we don't have the pieces in place. If we see some of these practice squad guys elevated and now they're playing and they're getting put into the game, the playbook is not as extensive as if you had all your starters for the last 7 weeks. And so the playbook is already very limited. And so I just don't know how difficult it would be for Desmond Ritter to just get the very basics of this offense. And if it ends up being a basic offense, then that's what it is. But to some of the points I see in the chat, but you guys are saying it, like, we just got to see who we got. Who knows? Right. Maybe Desmond Ritter might end up being a decent backup. I don't know if he'll ever be a starter in the league, but maybe he's a decent backup and you got him for extremely cheap. And now we can kind of roll with it. But we all know Gardner Minshew ain't it. I mean,
yeah,
the
no,
turnovers.
we're past that. Yeah, we're past the Gardner. I think the biggest thing is like honestly, like I'd rather see Carter in just because of what it says to the organization. Like Carter's been here, he's been working hard, been running with scout team offense, giving good looks to our first team defense. I just don't think it looks good for bringing someone off the street who he has more upside, but at the end of the day, we know what the all-in goal is. Give Carter a chance to go ahead and play, man. He's been working hard and from my understanding, probably doing the right things in practice. Go ahead and let him get some reps.
And one of my biggest things is look, like he's been a starter in the league, right? So he understands if you're thrown in, he understands what the deal is, right?
That's
and
true.
So I don't think he's going to be rattled going in. Now, granted, he's going to go up against a Chiefs defense, which is extremely solid. So you're with limited time, you're kind of throwing him in there. But do we think that Gardner Minshew is going to do any better? I mean, the interceptions that he threw, even that very last one, is all on him. All on him.
Horrible.
I mean, and this is kind of what we get. And when we go through the film, this is what you get at a Gardner Minshew. We've seen it in the past, but this is what you get with him. Is he's going to make his mistakes. He's going to force throws, and this is what we have now. Unfortunately, we're so banged up on the offensive side with so many moving pieces. I'm not sure how many quarterbacks would thrive in the situation that we have. We have nothing but 5'10" receivers, and pieces shuffling all over the place. Practice squad guys, beat up offensive line. It's tough. So, at the end of the day, I'm looking at the chat, and hey, everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe wherever you're at. LA Raider, I appreciate you coming through. We got Ben's Nguyen. I appreciate you pulling up as well.
We got the 805 Raider though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is he in the building now?
805, yeah. He said he's the original. He said he's the OG. Y'all got handle that off.
It's beef. It's beef right here.
He just added an extra E. I don't know what that's about, but I appreciate you pulling through. But everybody in the chat, I appreciate you pulling up. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I got my guy Chris, Real Talk Raider Nation, the Severe Raider. Make sure you guys hit those subscribe buttons. Like I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk. I am the 805 Raider with one E.
Oh,
yes.
Real Talk Raider Nation.
Y'all handle that. That's on y'all.
Shout out to you though. But we're gonna get into the film. But here's my thing: is I'm hearing obviously everybody once we started the show, everybody's saying tank, and I'll tell you right now, I'm never about tanking. I never want to enter into watching a Raider game in hopes that they're going to lose. I never want to. But I will say, I am probably the closest I've ever been to being like, screw it. We need a complete reset.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on the offensive side.
I'm there, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there.
I'm not about tanking either. I'm not about taking. I'm all about strategic substitutions, brother. Don't put words in my mouth. This is strategic.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's like it's hard because we are the closest I think we've ever been. You look at what our offensive makeup is right now. Our number one receiver's gone. Jacoby Myers is there, but he's banged up. We don't have a true number two. Trey Tucker isn't a number two. You know what I'm saying? And so, our tight end situation, we got Brock Bowers. We're going to hang our hat on Brock Bowers. But at this point, I think it's just we need to start cycling through and just really seeing what type of talent do we have on this offense and what can we kind of bring into the offseason to know what do we got and how do we continue to roll forward, because at this rate, our offense just it's not producing. So I'm close. I've never been as close as I've ever been, even with Josh McDaniels days. I've never been this close to just being like, holy shit, we got to throw in the towel.
This is my first time ever, and I'm having trouble. And honestly, it's like I'm having a lot of trouble dealing with a lot of stuff because of this. It's messing with my mental health. It's messing with I'm very stressed out right now. I'm trying to find other hobbies. Right now, I'm watching Sam Houston versus Florida International University just because I don't know what else to do, man. So like I'm about to go take my dog on a late night walk. Like I'm struggling here, man. I'm struggling. I'm not for tanking, but I do not want us to win another game. There I said it. I don't want us to win another game because we don't deserve to win another game. Tom Telesco is not going to trade up to get. So if we're at like number 10, he's not going to trade up to go get a quarterback. He's going to want a quarterback to fall in our lap. And I don't know who. Yeah, shout out to Rambo. I might watch SpongeBob next. I'm trying to find anything to do right now besides watch football. That's how much that's where I'm feeling, man. That's where I'm feeling.
Yeah, 90 day. Was it 90 day fiance?
90-day fiance, all that, man. 1,000-pound sisters, all that, bro.
Silver bachelorette.
It's bad out. It's bad over here, man. It's bad over here.
I'm with you. And then, hey,
did they have a question? I think they had a question.
Well, hey, I'm just gonna put this out there. You had your name for over 25 years before YouTube names. All right, man. I haven't had mine that long. It's just been since I've been on this YouTube thing. So hey, shout out to you.
Okay, all right. That's right. Hey, change your name then. Change your name.
No, I keep my
change your name, man. Hey, let the 805 Raider have his name back.
I'm just gonna keep the underscore.
Yeah.
But I'll give credit where credit's due. I ain't mad at it at all. But yeah, so that's the hard part, guys. I think it's gonna be mixed feelings from here on out. Once we get through the film, we'll touch on real quick winners and losers. We'll do that thing. And we'll talk about just kind of who to blame after we go through the film, because everybody is throwing blame at everything, right? Whether it be AP, Luke Getsy, Gardner Minshew, the whole nine, everybody's throwing blame everywhere. So let's go through the film. We do it, as much as we can every Tuesday. That's on me. We couldn't do it last week. That was my fault. Had some stuff going on, but the tape don't lie. So let's go ahead and get into it again. Chat, if you guys have a question, comment for the panel as we go through, hit that hashtag Raiders, because it is kind of hard to look back at the chat and man the film at the same time. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. And so we're gonna go over the defense first. So
hey, hold on. Wait. There's an OG Raider 805. There's a lot going on with this name, man. Y'all gonna have to look.
They trolling.
There's a lot going on, man.
They trolling you. They just trolling.
We just
today,
got a lot
bro.
of 805s rolling up.
People are just changing their names just to mess with you.
I love it.
My
bad. Go ahead. I thought I had to bring that up.
No, we rolled deep. Let's just say this, okay?
That's what we do. Shout out to 805, man. Where's that at?
Where's that at? Ventura County. Ventura County, SoCal.
Southern Cali.
805 cage match. That's what I'm talking about. My bad. Go ahead.
Hey, and LA Raiders from the 805 too. So we got quite a few people.
Triple threat match with 805s.
So let's do this. We're going to go over the defense first, and then we'll jump over the offensive side. But this is the motion over to motion to trips, quick screen. The one part about this on the defensive side, you'll see the motion. We just need more communication on the defensive side. I think the defense did a good job balling out, but we just need more communication.
Yeah.
That's an easy blocking assignment for the receivers over there. And we got to rotate quicker.
But what about should Nate Hobbs have killed that blitz?
Nate Hobbs has to stretch on this. There's no way you're asking Palomar to go. Spillane's not going to get over there.
But he came in and blitzed anyway, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nate Hobbs has to stretch. He's got to get off of his assignment, and he's got to stretch. Yeah. So, again, I think it's just a communication thing. You got to check out of those blitz calls, because then you let them rip off a 10-yarder. So that's a tough one.
And his blitz did nothing.
Exactly. And
blitz did nothing, man.
But that's the thing, though. This is the great part about RPOs. Right.
Yeah.
This is Matthew Stafford just reading it. If Nate Hobbs leaves the box, then he's handing this ball off.
He's handing the ball off. Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the great part about RPOs, and I wish we would run them more. But again, we'll go through it, because I think Gardner Minshew is actually struggling to run those as well. But we'll play one more time.
Yeah.
We just got to communicate. Nate Hobbs has got to see it. He's got to get out there.
What actually was that? That couldn't have been RPO because he couldn't have ran it.
Oh yeah.
Because he went out in the flats. That running back did. He straight out went to the flats.
Oh yeah.
Well, it looks like it was designed.
Yeah, it was a design. Yeah. He knew we were cooked as soon as he.
There. I guarantee you, if Nate Hobbs doesn't stretch, if he does stretch, that's an audible.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to audible out of it. So, but again, just an example, we definitely need more communication. This one is
simple counting, though, that's simple counting on
that's
that side
football,
of the ball.
Right?
And just count.
This is a great dial up with the blitz.
Trey, my boy Trey.
But what's tough though is we still need more communication on the backside. Because you look at this guy's wide open.
Wide open.
If Stafford hits this guy, it's wide open.
Is that Nate Hobbs again over there in the you know what? God,
that was mix up between, was that JB and Nate getting mixed up?
JB and Nate. I mean, honestly, that's kind of how it was. 2 weeks ago?
JB and Nate been on the same page at all, but JB and Nate really ain't been on the same page. But
that's what I'm saying. That was similar to 2 weeks ago.
That's the Epps effect. Like he not gonna do a lot.
Yeah,
like
he'll communicate
physically, but he's gonna make sure everybody understands the assignments.
Yeah, like.
So
what would make Nate think he should take that outside guy though? Or did he wait? Look.
So this is where in severe to your point, right? We saw this, I think, last week, the week before that, to where
Broncos,
they got to play inside out. They got it. Like if a guy releases inside, Nate goes with them. If a guy goes outside, Jacory Ben's got to go with them.
It's banjo call.
Yeah, so there's got to just be more communication, because as of right now, you got. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, Jacory Ben's trying to get over to this guy.
I have no idea what Ben is doing.
I think JB should have stayed out. JB should have stayed outside right there. Yeah, I don't know what else.
Yeah,
JB should have stayed outside right there.
So we just need more communication on the defensive side. And this is what's tough. But Trayvon Morg comes. It's great dial up, and this is the one thing I really liked seeing out of Patrick Graham is. He dialed up the blitzes. I mean, he was bringing Nate Hobbs. Yeah. He was bringing Trayvon Merrick. I mean, we were bringing the pressure.
Trey was coming. Trey played a good game.
Yeah, so I was loving, and we were disguising the blitzes.
That's a great blitz. That's a
Matthew Storm too, man. If Trayvon doesn't get there,
that's a great blitz. He actually hid that well because he went back for a second.
Yep.
And then he came. That was.
And the thing is. When he gets back, you see the running back's eyes. I mean, he's gonna pick up the blitzer, and I mean, he just didn't even pay attention to Trayvon. But if he looks, by Trayvon just backing off a little bit,
he stopped looking at him at that point.
That running back now can just take his eyes off, and he goes over to try to get Spillane. I mean, it was really good. Good job disguising the blitz.
That right tackle just missed it though. The right tackle was the one that got beat.
Yeah,
he didn't think he was coming either. I mean, the right guard. I'm sorry, the right guard.
But again, I loved watching Patrick Graham dial up the blitzes, disguising it, the zone, even bringing the linebackers up and then dropping back into zone. It was really good. It was good to watch, good to mix up. So this one is Max Crosby on the top. This is his hit or sack on Matthew Stafford earlier in the game. Just crushed him. Way to fight through. Looked like a coverage sack because it took him a second to get there. So Max is on this side.
What? Wait, play it again.
You want to go back?
What? Was it me or was that dude wide open though? If he gets it off, I mean, I know that's the whole appeal to blitz though, but for that delay, it was a delayed block. That tight end is wide open.
Yeah, tight ends are wide open over here.
Jesus. I'm glad we got there, but damn.
Yeah, but like you said, that's part of the calculation. When you send in more than they can block, you depending on the guy, because if they get it blocked up right, you getting hurt.
Exactly. I mean, you can see that they're bringing pressure. You're bringing Spillane over. You're bringing Nate Hobbs over. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to force Stafford to his left, away from that tight end. And so, yes, if he hits that tight end, that's tough. Now it's a one-on-one with Paul Amau. But that's what you want to do. If you're going to bring pressure, that's what you kind of sacrifice, is that quick little dump off. And then you just kind of rally to the ball at that point. But Max is at the top of the screen. I mean, just does a good job. He fights through. Stafford was trying to hit the receiver coming across the middle. Yeah. Looks like that's what his eyes showed. But Max is on this side.
Was that Tutu Atwell? Nah, it's Kenneman. Oh, yeah. Oh, good.
Hey, Max smacked him.
Yeah, just a great pop. But definitely want to show that one. This one is Nate Hobbs. So Nate Hobbs is down at the bottom of the screen. This is the 4th down.
Nate played well, man. Overall, they played well.
Yeah. This is the 4th down. And so Nate Hobbs down at the bottom of the screen, and he comes in and makes this play. I mean, it's a beautiful play. Sees the opening and goes and gets it. We'll show the end zone view, which is even better. So he's
playing downhill,
far right. And he delays it too, which is great. I mean, he's basically showing that he's squared up with Atwell. He's trying to show that he's got him one-on-one, but he's going.
Yeah.
And he just finds that opening to the ball carrier. And that was the 4th. I think it was the 4th and 1 play.
Yeah. Hey, how y'all feel about what's the name? Shazon. Sometimes he makes some splash plays, man.
Okay. Caleb on?
Yeah, I'm
Caleb on chasing.
Or Chase. It was Chase. What I say? Chase or Chase.
I was like, you talking about Ryan Shazier?
Oh no.
He actually had some pretty. He actually had some pretty good plays.
He does, but then he'll have some bad. He'll have some boneheaded plays too. But he's not that bad, honestly.
No.
I think he almost got. I think want to say, was it him? Somebody almost got a personal foul. I was like, oh, bro,
I think it was him. I think it was.
Calm down. But man, just the fact that this man is on the field, not Tyree Wilson, it
kills me every time, bro.
It gives me acid reflux, bro. It just
and so this one is Adam Butler does a great job with his run fits. You know, this is obviously with Christian Wilkins now out. This is definitely something we wanted out of Adam Butler. So he's down there in the middle. I'll do the end zone view after this, but he does a great job. He gets off the ball, presses the guy, gets him away from his body.
He got a nice get off on that one.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a nice get off right there.
I want to show that angle just to show the get off. But he's down here right in the middle, does a hell of a job. Just presses the guard, gets him off of him, sustains his gap.
Wait. Okay, wait. See that's why I don't be liking these Tuesday shows, man. Because we watch this daggone film. Look at Tyree Wilson, man.
Here we go.
Look at Tyree Wilson right there, man. Right there. Look at this, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I already saw him. He 5 yards.
Look at this. This is our 2nd round pick, man. Like, watch this.
He 5 yards down the field. I saw that.
Watch this. So look, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life, man? What are you doing? He's probably smiling under the helmet, like,
hey, real quick shot. Hey,
you got me good, Shrek.
Disney World, man. That's Mickey's
shout
best
to LS.
Friend.
I appreciate the super chat, man. We are gonna go through the offense. I'm
calling him Mickey's best friend from now on. I'm not calling him Tyree Wilson. That's Mickey's best friend, Goofy.
I appreciate the super chat, LS. Appreciate you coming through. But we're definitely gonna go over the offense as well. But yeah, hey Chris,
Ana Diaz in the building.
Appreciate you pointing that out because man, I didn't see it. Let's see how bad it was on the sky view.
It looks ridiculous.
Well. It's bad, man.
That is a 7th overall pick, man.
Yes.
Like, what are you doing? What is that? What is that, man? And he's just over there. He's smiling.
and this is what I was trying to tell people when it was, he should move in the D tackle. Like it's a different road in there. It's a different road in there, man. That's some of the some of the foulest things that ever take place
Dog, they gonna talk about your
on
mama.
a sports.
Yeah.
It happens inside of there.
Yeah.
So do you want Tyree going against a guy like Quentin Nelson?
No.
Like, would you want him going against a Rich Incognito? Like he'd quit.
Hey guys.
So and Nazo, you said he had some good plays as well. I mean, I did see a couple that he did have some decent plays, but you cannot play like that.
No,
as a 7th overall pick, like you should not be playing like that. I mean, that was
look what
the
Jared Verse
get
did,
off.
man.
Yeah,
look what Jared Verse did. That's how that's how a young defensive end is supposed to play.
Jalen Carter had 2 sacks on Sunday. 2. How many does Tyree have in his career?
I don't know.
Does he have 2 quarterback hurries? All right, here we go. This is the touchdown run. So we'll take a look at the Skyview first. Just some missed tackles. Guys getting pushed off the line. Unfortunately, John Jenkins got pushed off the line. I'll go back one more time. You got John Jenkins at the top.
Yeah, big Jenks, man. Big Jenk he might have to hang up them cleats, man. He ain't. It's time, Big Jenk.
It's tough because he was there to be that run stopper, the big body, the 3rd and 1s, the 4th downs.
He played good last year to me, though.
He did.
He did. I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, big Jenk ain't the same, man.
Nah, bro. He squeezed all the toothpaste out of that tube last year, bro. He
did.
Squeezed all the toothpaste. Yeah. Like when you roll it up in the back and he like press that, he squeezed every last drop.
He's the very last bit. Just you just slide your toothbrush on it. You just get whatever you can get.
Man. And shout out to the chat. Remember, guys, if you guys have a question or something like that for the panel or what have you, hit that hashtag Raiders first and then write out and it'll catch my eye. Next one is I had to put on here your boy Jacorian Bennett, Chris. All right, so I'm gonna run it through. He's at the bottom of the screen. Comes soon, he's man to man. And so it does a really good job. He comes across.
Why is it jumping so much now? How come it's not smooth? Let me watch.
Is it not smooth?
It's smooth right now.
Okay, it's kind of like
it's a little smooth. It's a little choppy still, but
yeah, a little choppy. But straps, man. We call that straps.
Yeah, facts.
Let's go, man. Our best, man. Not only is he our best corner, he's one of the best corners in the conference, man.
Right now, yeah, he's playing like that.
Yeah, quit playing with it, man.
But one thing I will say is that just watching McVay's offense in person, I like his use of motion to create, leverage advantages, to create, like numbers problems. Like he really puts a lot of stress on a defense.
Yeah, because honestly, that's one thing I've always loved about it. That's why I love what he does with Cooper Kupp. It's just like all the motions. I mean, he really causes a lot of confusion. Like if you're not a defense that communicates well, he'll cook you.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and I think he's top 5 or top 6 in batted balls so far this season.
Yeah.
And so I mean he's producing. I mean you got to give him his props where he earns it.
I think he's tops in the league on 3rd down as well.
Is he?
Yeah,
something like that. And I think just pass deflections, I think he's like 4th or 5th.
And this is another great play with Nate Hobbs at the top of the screen. Great tackle by Nate Hobbs. I mean, again, this is Patrick Graham just sending the blitz from all different directions. And so definitely like seeing Patrick Graham just dial it up in different ways. Keeping the offensive line guessing, just keeping the offense in general guessing. He's coming off the edge.
Yeah. Great
job playing downhill. I think Nate Hobbs is trying to earn that that extension if it comes his way.
Facts.
This one's a great stop by Trayvon Merrick. Again, just playing solid football. And the defense really played great. Played great all game long.
They did. Excellent. They played excellent.
So Trayvon Merrick comes up. I mean, he does what linebackers supposed to do. He comes up in the gap, sheds the block, gets him off, and makes the tackle. You really can't complain about a play like that.
Yeah. That's one of his better downfield plays too. Let's see what Tyree doing.
Good end zone view.
Okay, he holds the edge. Okay. I'm
trying to
I'm
get
not mad
there.
at that. I'm not mad at that.
We got one more defensive play. This is Hobbs' interception. Then we're going to jump over to the offensive side. So this is a great play. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Just the zone blitzes, right? We got everybody up on the line of scrimmage. We're showing that we're gonna bring pressure, but now it's up to Matthew Stafford to understand where's that pressure coming from. Is everybody coming? Is a linebacker going to drop off? So this is where Spillane's at the top of the screen. He bats it down. It's a great drop. Great drop by Spillane getting into his area.
Oh yeah, that was excellent.
Yeah,
it was great.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. I would just wish Nate could have scored here, man.
I know.
We needed it.
Yeah,
man. Whoever had Daniel Carlson on their fantasy team, bro, y'all ate.
Oh.
Y'all ate. That was So it's like he faked the blitz right there. That was beautiful by Spillane. Faked the blitz right there. Jump in the passing lane. That was excellent work.
Yeah, showed the blitz, and dropped off perfectly right into the passing lane. Picture perfect. Obviously, Stafford never saw him. And so that's that's all the defense. At the end of the day, I think the defense just balled. They did a hell of a job.
The best they can do, man.
Yeah, well, we caused basically 3 turnovers, 3 picks and a fumble. I mean, obviously that last pick, didn't mean anything for the defense. But when you turn over the ball that many times and you only give up 13 points because they had that fumble return for a touchdown, you give up 13 points. So the defense balled. You got to give credit to the defense. They came out. They played exactly how they were supposed to. And so we're going to jump over the offensive side. I think what everybody was kind of waiting for. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button wherever you're at. Hit that subscribe button. I got The Severe Raider. Make sure you go hit up his channel. Got Chris Protect the Show podcast. Make sure you guys go over there. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk, Raider Nation. I appreciate everybody in the chat. And I'm trying to scroll through the comments as much as I can. So remember, hit that hashtag Raiders. It'll catch my eye, and hopefully I can bring it up. We got one. MG's Raiders. I appreciate you. AP said he ain't tanking, and so does Max. So y'all think Coupon Tom is tanking by his moves and how he brought Minshew in. Let's do this. All I'm gonna say is I don't think any coach is ever gonna say he's tanking. Nobody's gonna say they're tanking. So we'll see. We'll see kind of how that plays out. So let's jump to the offensive side. We got I got quite a few plays we're gonna go through. This is a great example of what I like to see out of our offensive line. There were times where we had some good pass blocking across the board. So this one kind of focuses on the offensive line. It's early in the game. Aiden O'Connell's in, but we're going to see the end zone view with JPJ. And this is our rookie left guard. He does a great job of helping out to his outside like he's supposed to. But as soon as that D lineman outside of him commits to the outside, he passes him along and looks, and his eyes are disciplined, and he looks inside to pick up. It's just it's a great job. It's what you want to see out of a young rookie. So he passes them, sees them.
Nice. That's just perfect, man.
Nice.
That's perfect.
Nice.
It's perfect. Out of a young rookie, it's what you want to see.
Parham's not doing that. Parham don't do that.
No, Parham's bad.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's one of the things that Parham struggled with a lot. Andre James is the worst at it, and trust me, I got some clips on that as well. But great job. Pass them on. Look inside. You see threat. You take them on.
They all did pretty well there.
Yeah. So just wanted to kind of point that out. Got to give credit where credit is due. This one is good pass blocking, but unfortunately, Trey Tucker is open. I'll run it through. Trey Tucker's at the top of the screen. Aiden O'Connell still in the game. I think this is where it's tough. I don't know.
Oh, that was Turner, right?
Yeah, he threw it to Turner, but Trey Tucker came open.
You think so
was,
on that post?
Yes.
I
So
don't know.
watch the safety. The safety comes over. If Trey Tucker continues, I mean, he's open. The quarterback needs to throw the receiver open.
Let me see.
And so, but my issue is I wish Aiden O'Connell would have let it develop just a little bit longer because the pass protection is perfect. So it's perfect. You got Turner coming
You
across.
think he's open?
Well,
I
just
don't know.
hold on.
Yeah, I do.
Just wait.
Watch the safety.
So here, the safeties.
I don't think
The
that. You
safety's
don't
turned
think
to
that's
that sideline.
open?
I know what you know. I see what he's mean. I mean, I think if you would have thrown the pass, had a better ball to Turner.
Yeah, Turner was the guy. Turner was the play right here. I think Turner's the
I
read.
think that safety is reacting to the throw. So the ball. So he's
It's already in the air right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, he's in the middle of his motion. So that's what make the safety react.
But if you look at the protection, I understand quarterbacks have a quarterback clock, right? So you have a quarterback clock in your head, and so you're going to want to get rid of the ball at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
But when we go to the end zone view, I mean, the pass blocking is perfect. If he did allow, let's say it is open, we need a better throw. You want to get it over this corner because he's obviously dropping. He sees it's coming.
Yeah,
but
that's the right call. That's the right throw right there. That's the right read.
Yeah.
But Trey Tucker does, if he continues, yes, the ball's in the air, so it's tough. Safety lays off.
Yeah.
But if Trey Tucker uses the speed, he could get open on the other side. That safety's not going to keep up with him. Yeah. But I just want to give credit because we talk a lot of crap about the offensive line.
Yeah.
The offensive line did well this one, and I wish Aiden O'Connell would have just trusted it just a little bit more if he saw it downfield.
See, I don't know. I don't know if he would have had time, like, because by time that Tucker was open, at this point, Tucker's still not open.
Yeah.
So
he has to deliver a better ball right there.
There's nobody there.
That's the cleanest pocket you have in your life.
Yeah.
You got to deliver a better ball. You see all that space. There's plenty of space. The ball has to be on the other side of the 40. Like, there's room there for him to make the throw, but, I don't know at what point he got hurt or what point his thumb was messed up or what.
It's actually the next play I have it.
Okay.
But that it's such a clean pocket. Those are the type of plays that you got to take advantage downfield, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be a better ball. You got to get the ball there.
Yeah.
The ball could have even come out quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so that corner didn't have a chance to drop and potentially get there. And now that corner is affecting potentially the throw. But extremely clean pocket. I like the utilization of play action. And you had two guys potentially open enough to where we should have completed a pass there. And so, again, good dial up by Luke Getsy. It's there. It's there with a banged up offensive line. We had a chance.
Yes.
So here's an outside zone play. Here's a zone run, which we talk a lot of crap about the offensive line, but this is where the offensive line did this beautifully. So it's an outside run going to the boundary to the short side of the field. You just watch the run blocking. Great push on the offensive line, and this is why we gained yards. It shows an even better in the end zone view.
Good backside block by JPJ.
Nazo said it. Jordan Meredith had a game, and I like Jordan Meredith. Jordan Meredith was a guy that I really liked in preseason. I wanted us to bring him back, and we did. He did great things in preseason. Again, it's preseason. You're going to get second, third stringers. Guys are going to be on the practice squad. But I wanted to see Jordan Meredith. I wanted Jordan Meredith to start over Cody Whitehair. And so, but he's gotten his opportunity, and he did fairly well today or on Sunday. So this is a great job. You just see the double teams with their offensive line and the way they get to the linebacker. This is exactly how you want to see just kind of this zone scheme happen. You got double team inside, close, nearest shoulder. Basically, Andre James has got to work him. Jackson Powers Johnson does a great job of grabbing shoulder.
Colton Miller. There go Colton being Colton.
Right. But Colton actually had a pretty decent game. I'll give him credit. But then you got Jordan Meredith and DJ Glaze double to the linebacker. I mean, I'll play it and I'll pause it. then they both get to their linebackers.
I
mean, that is as
Colton
clean
came
as
back
it
and
gets.
cleaned it up. Came back and cleaned it up. Look like about to
He
clean
did.
it
He came back.
Yeah, he got a little something. Yeah, he got a little something, man.
But this is as clean as it gets when you talk about run blocking. This is why our run game actually had success. Now, we're going against one of the worst run defensive fronts in the league. And so I'll throw that out there too. All right. So you got to keep it real. But this is beautiful. The interior offensive line does a great job. Again, I'll pause it. You double down. JPJ gets the linebacker. Meredith gets the linebacker, and you got a hat on a hat. And now you're already getting 5 yards before Alexander Mattson needs to even make a move.
Could he have slid to the right? Probably not.
Who?
No, I was going.
Madison.
Yeah, I was trying to see but who's 84? Is that Bryant?
Yeah, it's Harrison Bryant. Yeah.
Okay,
that's a nice.
Block. Yeah, I mean he got what he could got. I didn't know if he was able to kind of find a hole in the right.
And so, again, great job of the offensive line. All right, so it's definitely something I want to point out. They did a good job. That's why we had a lot of success when it came to our run game. This one is, again, I got to point it out, Andre James just with his bad eyes, and he's obviously our center. Bad eyes, but also he's just so late to kind of get his feet in place to be able to make the block. And so you're gonna get a loop around in front of him.
Oh, that was one of the first plays of the game. I want to say that was a nice play by Aiden.
Aiden O'Connell sits in the pocket. He gets the pass off. But Andre James, he's got to be able to get his feet moving quicker.
No one's in front. And that's a rookie, and that's a bad man, but that's a rookie.
Fist.
Yeah, that's Brady.
Yeah, that's
Fist.
Fist.
I wanted him.
I wanted him too.
Yeah.
So, just Andre James, he's got to get better with his footwork, and we're now going into week 8, and we've been seeing the same issues over and over and over again. So I'll tell you right
years.
Now, Andre James, he's going to be, it's going to be interesting with him. This is actually one of our power run schemes with the offensive line. So run up the middle again, good gain, and this is just kind of good power run. You just see the push with the offensive line.
Man, Madison has good vision, man.
He does. That's the one thing that I love seeing him in the preseason.
Yeah,
because his vision was there. So we just get a great push.
He's patient too.
Yeah. Great push on the interior. And when you can double team and just push that down lineman into linebackers, and you basically get a natural block off that double team with the second level, again, it made just an easy day for the running backs.
Yeah.
So we're getting into some of the positives. We're going to look at the interceptions. We're going to break all that down. So chat, just so you know, and everybody in the chat, we'll be getting to the stuff that's going to piss everybody off. And so this is actually where Aiden O'Connell broke his thumb.
It was like a freak accident too.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's the crazy part.
You see it too at this angle.
Oh yeah.
So his hand just hits the defender's hand, and the ball flies. So
yeah,
it's tough. I mean, he's going to be on the IR. I'm not sure exactly when he's going to be coming back, but we'll see. Now, to me, this is kind of a misread by Minshew. I'll let it run.
I didn't realize Christian Wilkins was out, or Rick Wilkerson was out there.
Oh yeah, man.
Wilkerson's out there, and you got Justin Shorter as the other tight end. We just elevated from the practice squad, and so you got guys that are just trying to learn this system on the fly as we go.
Should brought my boy Zach Gentry back, man. He was there all off. You know what I'm saying? Give my guy a shot.
I'm with you.
Where's
So
Cole Fotheringham? That's what I want to know.
Man,
is he on the practice squad?
Yeah, he's on the practice squad.
Yeah, I couldn't even bring him up.
He's on the practice squad. Yeah.
And so this is where, to me, it's just Gardner Minshew's just got to he's got to do a better job of reading it, right? He's covered here. We got a tight end open down here. Obviously, there's pressure in his face, but you got DJ Turner that comes up wide open, and this is just kind of a layered concept. You got a guy in the flats, and you got a guy on top. But DJ Turner, he's got the speed. He gets the separation, and you got to throw guys open. You got to have that anticipation, and we've gone through film so much. Gardner Minshew just does not do well with the anticipation. He's shown flashes, but it's just not consistent.
You got to be open. You damn near got to be open for Gardner.
Yeah.
And so it's just go for it.
No, so that's a situation where they're trying to force the ball in the Brock Bowers, where I'm sure that was part of the plan. Like, hey, you know what? Let's get Brock Bowers more involved, but you got to, if it's not there, you can't always force it into him.
And so, you see the trajectory of this ball. It's just like, where are you going? I mean, I think he just sees that Brock Bowers is open.
Honestly, he was just throwing that out, honestly.
It looks like it.
Yeah,
you got DJ Turner outside leverage on this defender. You got to hit DJ Turner. You got to see it.
Yeah, you got to.
Because he kind of rolled into the pressure too, to be honest.
And it moves the sticks, or at least very close to a first down. So this is a Brock Bowers big catch. Good drop. A little whip route to the outside.
Yeah, that was an excellent route.
Yeah.
That was an
good
excellent
block
route.
by Madison. Way to pick up that. No, that wasn't Madison. That's Abdullah. Yeah, way to pick up that blitz.
Great drop. You basically clear the outside. You bring both inside receivers inside. You clear the defenders. A great whip route again by Brock Bowers, and then you got him in space to catch the sideline. And so good again. Just a really good play design. Receivers clear, and you just got nothing but sideline.
Yeah,
that was a great route. That was
a really good route. Really good route.
And so this is Gardner Minshew's first interception. I think it's down here, I believe, on the near sideline. Get some pressure, rolls out, and this is
like, I don't know why
you just can't have that.
Yeah.
I don't. These are the balls.
I'm always rooting for Gardner, man, but I don't get it. That's something that you can't. That's you can't explain that one.
He's trying to hit Brock. I mean, ideally in that situation, Brock sees the ball get thrown. You come back to the ball. Like the guy's behind him, he beats him to the ball. So you don't want that to happen, but Gardner should be throwing the pass.
I almost think that Brock thought he was about to run, so Brock looked like he was about to start blocking.
He did a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because look, I think he looked back. He thinks about to run, so he's blocking now. But then I guess he did look back though.
Severe to your point, we would have liked Brock right there. Come back, right? Yeah. Come back, but he just turns and he sits. But the defender sees the ball coming. The defender sees the trajectory of the ball. Brock now has to locate the ball as he turns, and I don't think he sees it. But that corner knows where that ball's going, and he's able to jump it. So
exactly, I'm tackling that dude before he get. Look, I'm about to get an offensive pass interference. He's about to get tackled.
Exactly.
Like, nah, you ain't getting this one.
He says, "Do you guys see the?"
Hey, do a basketball box out.
Exactly.
Box him out. Like, nope.
Did you guys? There's a comment here. Did you guys see the block Brock Bowers threw on the blitzing linebacker on the right side?
I missed.
I missed that one.
Low was great. I know Severe ain't see it because Severe never wanted to see a Brock Bowers block. He act like he can't block.
I give him credit when he does good. He's hit or miss.
I need more.
He's hit or miss. He has good effort. Every play he has good effort. Some plays he just gets cooked, but that happens. He's a tight end.
So pressure comes in on Gardner Minshew. I'll show the end zone view one last time, but pressure does get in. The defensive linemen, they did a good job of just basically running a twist, but the D lineman comes in and hits JPJ off his feet and then gets inside. D linemen do it all the time. It sucks. Like JPJ's, he's just got to be ready for it.
Wait, hold on. Play it one more time. Let me look what Colton Miller was doing. What old Miller was up to, man.
I don't understand why Gardner is throwing the pass, rolling to his left and going backwards again. Like, didn't you not learn your lesson against the Broncos?
Well, and those are what, I mean, just throw it away. Throw it away. Live the scene of the day.
At that point.
Yeah, that one's not on Colton. He tried to get over and help with JPJ, but JPJ just got moved off his spot. So just a really good play by that.
Versus lineup at
he's everywhere. Yeah,
he's out there at corner. I mean, like, goddamn.
So this one's Minshew's fumble. Again, last one. You want Minshew to throw it away. But this is the fumble.
I'm not mad at that one. I mean, I'm mad, but like I as objective as we got to be towards everyone. That's, I mean, I think anybody would have fumbled that. Anybody would have fumbled that.
Yeah,
that's one of those ones. That was a hell of a defensive play call. Hell of a time to call that.
It is a hell of a blitz because they have
numbers there. Yeah, they have numbers.
They got a guy coming in late from the left side of the screen. You got 3 coming up, and so
we literally have no one to block him.
I think that might be McAllister in the backfield.
Yeah.
No, that's
that's Madison.
Madison.
I don't think McAllister saw the field.
Yeah, maybe not. I think he was supposed to be our emergency quarterback.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But it's just a good blitz dialed up. They outmanned us at the attack. Minshew's just got to do his best, try to find a hot read and see it. But yeah, not a whole lot you can do.
Who was open though? Who was? Well, let's look at the other angle.
Looked like he was going to Brock again.
Right away. So probably
looked like he was going to Brock again. But
what's his name? See, DJ Turner. DJ Turner knew. But he ain't run the right route for. Yeah, he ain't run the right route for that. So
this looks like it's just a deep shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't run the right route for what was like. Honestly, as much as we want to blame Gardner, you almost got to check out of that.
Well, here's the thing: it's kind of a delayed blitz, and so what? I don't know if that's I think Turner. This is DJ Turner up top.
Yeah,
DJ Turner's got to be yelling.
He calls it out.
He's got to be yelling, and now it's got to be a hot route.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to get out of that. He points at him. He's like, he's coming.
Yeah, but
Turner,
he got to adjust his
routes.
Yeah, they're all running long route.
Yeah, Turner's just got to sit this route down. Minshew's just got to hit him right in this right in this open.
Yeah,
that's your hot route.
Yeah, he should be looking right now.
And Turner did call it though, Chris. To your point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did his part, but like to me, I think a Jacoby Myers would have knew what to do. He would have whipped his head around and been available right away.
Yeah. And the only thing I'll say is this is where communication comes in. You have so many guys playing different positions now, right? Yeah. DJ Turner wasn't playing that position all off season, all through the preseason, because now Devontae Adams is gone. Now Jacoby Myers is gone. And so now you have guys playing in all these different positions. And this is why I'm actually pretty upset that we don't have any depth at the receiver position, that we didn't prepare ourselves. Because when a guy like Devontae Adams is no longer with us, you want to be able to put a guy in for Devontae Adams that's his backup and no other pieces move. So everybody continues to play the same position so you can get that consistency. But because Devontae Adams is gone, Jacoby Myers is gone, now all these pieces start to move.
Well, I think just the play devil's advocate, though, I think that going into the season, receiver was probably one of our strongest position groups, so I think that unless they knew that Devontae really was on his way out, I went into the season okay at receiver. Personally, it was one of our strongest suits because of Jacoby Myers, but we needed depth. We all knew
that if somebody went down, you know what I'm saying? Like, all we have is Trey Tucker. That's 5'11". We have DJ Turner. That's 5'10". Like, we knew that our ability to win the 50-50 balls, and because we have Gardner Minshew, we needed guys that were going to be able to win those 50-50 balls. And we just knew if someone went down, it was going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, but that's anywhere though. I don't know, man. I guess I'm not too upset that they didn't have another receiver, because I truly thought that was one of our best spots, where that was the last thing I was thinking about. I'm like, we need some more depth in defensive tackle. We need more depth, everywhere else. So, but I get what you're saying though, because hindsight's 2020. But
I do think that's why Michael Gallup was initially signed on, because if Michael Gallup comes on and then somebody goes down, one of our taller receivers, he can slot in, and now you have still just a little bit of height.
And the other guy, what was the other guy we had from the Chargers?
We still have him. He's on the practice squad. Guyton.
What's the name? Oh yeah, we still got him.
He's on the practice squad.
Why didn't they bring him up,
bro? I don't know, man.
What? I thought he was gone. That's why I thought he was long gone.
I believe he's on the practice squad.
I'm telling you, it just doesn't help any quarterback to be throwing to under 6 foot receivers across the board. I mean, I understand we have some tight ends that we can play around with, Brock Bowers stuff, but yeah. So this was a really good time screen. And so it's a screen play, and I believe it was on a 2nd and 12. And so you didn't really get it wasn't expected. Yeah. And so it's just a really good time screen. It was a good job. You got JPJ that kind of leads the screen on this one. Offensive line, a little delay to get out there, but it's a good time screen. Is in a situation where you didn't necessarily expect it. And so I definitely like that call out of Luke Getsy. In this one, we just get a little. I believe this is the one we just get a little too much pressure on the quarterback, and it's tough.
Glaze.
Gardner Minshew has to get rid of it.
How did he get away with not getting a safety there?
I know.
I mean, I know they said he was out of the. Well, yeah, I guess he was out, but I was pushing it.
He was out of tackle box and past the line of scrimmage, so he was good right there.
So this is the one where, I mean, JPJ got twisted up a little bit. They kept doing it to him. I noticed it a couple times where the down line would actually just try to bump him down, and then they would twist underneath him, and it's just Andre James got lucky that Amir Abdullah helped him on that one.
Yeah, man.
Up.
I mean, you're not even covered, James. Like, I don't know, man.
Andre James almost loses his feet, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got to have more awareness, man.
So, again, just the struggles with the offensive line. We see some good things. Now, this is where, again, I don't know if you got Gardner Minshew that rolls out, and this is where Gardner Minshew just has to be better at seeing. And now, mind you, I don't know if he's going to play anymore, so we'll see. But veteran quarterbacks have to understand play action. As soon as you turn around, you got to see the backside DN coming, and you got to be able to position yourself to be able to get the throw off better with this backside DN. And so you got, I think this is Jared Verse coming off the edge. We got play action coming back down to the boundary. And Trey Tucker's open. He's down at the bottom of the screen. He's open, and Gardner Minshew just shorts this ball. And the thing is that Gardner Minshew, as soon as he rides that fake and turns, got to locate the defensive end. And as soon as he sees the defensive end has a good angle on him, if he turns, he continues. You guys can see on the screen. Yeah, he continues to drift. At this point, you shut your roll down, you gather your feet, and you hit Trey Tucker. But for some reason, Minshew just continues with the roll, and that's where he gets himself in trouble. And you would expect a veteran quarterback to be better at being able to have that awareness with that backside defensive end. But unfortunately, he just kind of rolls his way into trouble, and now he's got to short the ball. So But another just an open receiver. We should be able to complete that pass and move the chains.
Yeah.
So here's Minshew's. I believe it was his. It's his interception. I forget which one this is. We already showed one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is his second interception up the middle to DJ Turner.
It's a bad ball, man.
This is just another angle of it.
That's a good little like a halfback angle route. And
Yeah, it's just an angle route. Again, it's there. DJ Turner, you put the ball on him, he could catch that and move.
Yeah, he's gone. He's going. Yeah, you put a good ball on out there.
Oh yeah,
he has some. He has the speed and he has some space.
So he's got to lead him.
Oh yeah.
If he leads them here, the safety doesn't necessarily have a good angle. You got both. You got this nickel corner facing inside, that outside corner facing inside. He could get this sideline.
Yeah.
But you just got to give him a good ball. Again, a lot of these the reasons why these offensive drives stalled out was basically because of Minshew, just how poorly Minshew is playing, and it's not because of necessarily coaching up or what. His accuracy is just extremely off.
It's bad.
But if he puts him in stride, DJ Turner might be still running.
Yeah.
Let's see one last time.
Come on, Gardner, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, give him a better ball right there.
That'd be hurting my soul, man.
Yeah.
But the thing that kills me about it is like everything we're seeing in Gardner right now is like, yeah, he's not playing well, but like even when he was like somewhere else, like he didn't play this bad.
No, he didn't.
He didn't play this bad. So it's like, what's going on, man?
He didn't. Here's my thing is I think Gardner Minshew needs a number one receiver, a receiver that can bail him out when he has those bad throws, and he just doesn't have it here.
Yeah.
And I think he just doesn't know where do I go, honestly. Yeah. I think when you had Devontae Adams, that's where I go. Now we're feeding Brock Bowers, which is good. So this one I think was dialed up beautifully, but for some reason, again, on Gardner Minshew, he just doesn't go to the screenplay that's dialed up. So it's a screenplay that leaks out to the top of the screen, but then you have a drag route underneath. And I don't know why Gardner goes to the drag. You got DJ Turner that goes in motion. And so you'll see it develop.
Oh man, touchdown.
He comes to the drag route.
Touchdown.
You have three linemen with Alexander Mattson on the back side, on the top side.
Yeah, give it to him.
It's gone. It's touchdown.
You're walking in the end zone. You're walking.
So again,
and this is the very play Alexander Mattson talked about post game too, when they asked him about, and that touchdown was right there.
Right there. And he's walking into the end zone.
And he gets Turner killed.
Okay? Shout out to Isaiah Randolph. Like, that's not Getsy's fault.
Exactly.
All y'all talking about fire Getsy, like that's not Getsy's fault, man. Getsy just dialed up a touchdown. He literally just dialed up a touchdown.
This is what I'm saying. I don't understand. Like, this is just Minshew, and just not reading it correctly. I mean, I'll pause it because Turner gets killed, and we have nothing but grass. And it's frustrating because, yes, I understand. I hear the fire Luke Getsy's, and I'm not saying that Luke Getsy is the best coordinator out there, but I'm also not saying that he is the number one problem. You know what I'm saying? He's dialing up some good things. And if you look at our game, we went on 11, 12, 15 play drives. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating when I see stuff like this where he dials it up right and it works, and it should have worked perfectly. This should have been a touchdown play. Got
the right play against the right look, and then
you're walking in the end zone, man. You're literally walking in the end zone.
Yes, you dial up a screen against an all-out blitz. Oh man,
That's ideal. That's ideal.
Coordinator's dream.
You got 3 hogs in front of you against 1 man.
So that's where it does get frustrating because Luke Getsy is dialing up some good stuff, and we've done the film sessions to where you see it. You see it's there, and we're just not hitting it. We're not. The quarterbacks aren't seeing it. Why Gardner Minshew goes to the drag, I have no clue.
None.
Get your guy
because there's a safety right there that immediately attacks the drag. The safety immediately attacks it.
Nah, facts.
So this is the final play we got, and then this is the final play we got, and then we'll go back to the big screen and we'll give kind of our final thoughts on this whole thing. But and Raider J, you just should hit us with a comment saying Gardner never
Raider
looked.
J.
He didn't. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to look it off. It's a screen. You look
at
off
the screen first,
and then you go back.
Yeah.
But he never went back. Why? I don't know. But this is the last is his final interception, and I heard the commentator said it during the game that he had to try to make a play and all this stuff, but I'll let it run through. He's got some pressure. He rolls out. Now this is what's tough. Is Trey Tucker actually comes open?
Yeah. Who was up top? Was that Trey up top? Yeah, Trey. But where's see right now he run. Yeah, throw that at the 40. Yeah, throw that right at the 40, right where your icon is.
And I believe throw it here.
Throw that right there. Throw that right there, and whatever happened.
I believe Gardner still has the ball in his hands. I think he's getting ready to throw.
Put some air under it. There's no one close to that.
But I think what's tough
right
is
at the 40, man.
Gardner's just got a noodle arm. There's no I don't even know if he was going. We'll look at the end zone view because I do think he was going to Turner. But
you just gotta just throw that mug up. I mean,
but
what was the down and distance on that?
3rd and 10.
Third.
You throw it away. You give yourself another chance.
Get out of there.
Oh, he wanted someone to go. He wanted Turner to go. See, that's what I hate. Because you guys know how I feel. I wanted Gardner to do well, but like, why are you telling Turner to go upfield when you already have Trey right there?
Yeah.
Trey literally is running where you want Turner to go.
And it goes to show that he probably didn't even see Trey Tucker coming across.
He did.
I mean, he's running for his life. So he's running for his life.
You don't want to have another guy go to where another receiver is. All that is, I mean, that's bad spacing.
But even if DJ Turner did turn up the field, I mean, I just don't. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
He's still not going to get him the ball.
It looks like he had Brock right there too. Looks like he had Brock open. Brock, there's a fake block right there. Hit him.
But here's my thing.
Yeah. Hit Brock. I mean,
it's
Brock.
3rd and 10. Throw it away.
Well, Brock could have got that.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah, Brock right there.
Brock. That's what he specializes in.
Correct.
So watch. Brock comes open immediately. So as soon as he sees the pressure, hit Brock right there. Brock, hit him. You looking dead at him.
Boom.
You're looking dead at him.
You can, and at this point, I believe there was 1:40 plus still left. I think we burned all of our timeouts, but it's 3rd and 10. Throw it away, and you still have yourself a 4th. I mean, I would have liked him to hit the Brock Bowers down below. You hit him, even if you're short of the 1st down, because there were some safeties sitting. There were some guys sitting in the zone. So even if you hit them and these guys come and rally to the ball, even if you're short, get up there and you run that quick 4th down play.
Yeah.
But, Gardner Minshew, he had to get out. I get it. You get out, but throw the ball away. Give yourself another chance. It's not 4th and 10. This isn't where you're just going to throw it up into a crowd and hope for the best. Give yourself another chance. So again, it's just another bad decision, in my opinion, by Gardner Minshew. And it goes to what his antics have always been. He tries too hard. He tries too much. He tries to make too many plays. And it showed. It showed this game. So we'll run this end zone view one last time. And that's all she wrote. Again, I want to see him throw it away to potentially give us just another 4th and 10 play and another shot at it, but didn't happen. And so that's kind of the breakdown of the plays. I know that it's an embarrassing loss. It's a game. Again, we should have won, but at the end of the day, this is where we're at, unfortunately. And as we go through the film, as we look at it, we see that there's opportunities. There's opportunities for us to move the ball downfield. We saw the screenplay that Luke Getsy dialed up, and that should have been a walk-in touchdown.
Easily.
But, in my opinion, I just think that Gardner Minshew, our quarterback play, is the biggest problem. And it's not because they're not – I mean, you can put some of the coaching on the fact that they're not seeing some of the reads. So, yes, you have – as a coach, you have to coach that up. But you can't coach up the inaccuracies on that angle route for DJ Turner. You can't coach up the inaccuracies of trying to hit Brock Bowers on the sideline when you should have just thrown it away.
Exactly.
That's where it's tough.
The decision making, and we keep harping on decision making. We keep talking about that all year. Decision making, and both of these guys are making horrible decisions. I mean, I think Gardner Minshew he's had all of the turnovers, but if you look at the film, there have been several times where Aiden O'Connell has just gotten lucky that that he's made a horrible decision and the guy wasn't there to pick it off. So I don't know if these guys are pressing, if they feel the pressure that they need to play better, but neither one of these guys are executing. And Gardner especially, like, this game was a very winnable game. If we don't turn the ball over, we win this game. And
that's true.
Gardner basically just handed it to him on a silver platter.
Hey, shout out to Y Diaz, man. I'll see you at the family reunion. But my bad, go ahead.
And here's one thing I do want to point out, because we're going to end it with being able to kind of just talk about winners and losers, all that stuff, and or just kind of some of the keys and takeaways. But it was a really good comparison to us, our situation, and the Rams. Look at the Rams, right? Everybody's saying fire Luke Getsy, get rid of him, right? But look at the Rams. The Rams lost Cooper Kupp, they lost Puka Nacua, they have a banged up offensive line, and they could only score 13 points with a veteran quarterback that has been with McVay, which is touted as one of the better offensive minds in the league, right? And I heard a stat during the game that they've only scored 2 touchdowns in the first half all season. And so it is extremely hard to organize and orchestrate an offense with so many injuries and so many moving parts. The Rams lost their number 1, number 2 receiver, banged up offensive line, but they still have a veteran quarterback that's still touted as one of the better quarterbacks in the league, one of the best offensive minds on the sideline with Sean McVay, and they can't dial it up. They can't. If it wasn't for the turnover, severe to your point, we probably win that football game.
Yeah.
The Rams had to win that game off of their defense. Yeah. And so that's my point with where our offense is at. There's no way you can lose your number 1, number 2 receiver, the injuries that we've had in the offensive line, Michael Mayer not being out there, and all of a sudden think we're still going to put up 27 points a game.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford going into that game, I think he only had 3 touchdowns and he had 4 interceptions. That's been Matthew Stafford's stats so far this year.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle. It's hard to be able to establish a consistency when you have so many different moving parts. And so, look, I'll give you mine. So, I'm going to throw this question out to you guys, and chat, let me know, what do you think? Obviously you have the turnovers, but what do you think was the biggest issue this last game when it comes to, our game against the Rams? What do you think the biggest issue is? And what do you think the biggest issue is that we have to correct going into Kansas City? And chat, let us know. Let us know what your biggest issues are that we need to correct and your biggest concerns going into this one. And I'm going to throw mine out there, give you guys just a second to kind of think about it. But my thing is, it's just penalties. I think penalties are killing us at the worst times. I mean, we were supposed to go in there and do a really good job against a soft run defense, and everybody wanted us to run the ball, and we did, and we had some success. But then all of a sudden, you find yourself in first and 15, and all of a sudden you find yourself in first and 20 because it's just constant penalties. And now you run the ball on first down, you try to gain some of it back, and now you find yourself in 2nd and 16, 2nd and 12, and now you're forced to pass the ball.
Yeah.
And so I think the one thing, and it's the most frustrating thing, is we ended last year one of the best teams when it came to penalties. And now we are one of the worst.
Yeah.
And so that is something that I think is all about coaching.
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce has to clean this up because obviously, yes, Freddie Chavez, you just said turnovers. I 100% agree, but I think penalty is the number one thing we have to clean up. And so, Severe, I'll throw it at you. What's your thoughts on what we have to do to just find some success moving forward?
I mean, we found a little bit of a run game this game. I think we need to hope and pray that we can continue to run the ball going forward. Just to your point about penalties, at one point this year, I want to say like early in the season, maybe after game 3, I think we were like number 1, the least penalized team in the league.
Yeah, it was an issue early. Yeah,
and then it just cropped his ugly head out, and like we're not a team that can play behind the sticks. Like we're not that kind of. We have to stay on schedule. We have to, second and manageable, third and shorts. We have to do that. But I think part of doing that is getting going in the run game, right? Can you get 3 yards on first down? Can you get 3 yards on second down, right? Get you to a third and 4. Can you do that consistently? And we had some success here, right? Madison looked good. Even Zamir, when he got in there, he looked pretty solid on some of his carries. So, I mean, this was against one of the worst rushing defenses in the league. Ironically, I want to say that they're top 5 in pressure rate on obvious passing situations. So, getting behind the sticks didn't help us at all. But can we carry this running game going forward? That's how we beat the Chiefs last year, as well as our defense scoring twice, right? But it was a lot on the legs of Zamir White. We didn't complete a pass for 3 quarters. So that was all our defense, all our running game. Can we do that? Do something similar this year, especially with Patrick Mahomes looking to make an example out of us because of that whole
Kermit, the big funny Kermit stuff.
It's gonna
that
come
weak
out.
Ass fan of ours.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? Like that's stuck in their head. And the thing is the Chiefs are coming. They're coming because we've been their nightmare since last Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna come with revenge. So we better be ready. And Chris, I'll throw it to you. What we just need to improve on in order to have any chance at success moving forward. What can we clean up? But I'll let you go, and then I'm gonna say one last thing about Luke Getsy after you. But what do you think we need to clean up, man, just to have some chance of success moving forward when it comes to just this team?
I mean, we have to self-inflicting wounds, man. Whether it's turnovers or whether it's penalties. To me, that's what it is. Like I don't feel like the Rams just flat out beat us. I mean, I think they out-schemed us quite a few times, but even on the flip side, there was things where we out-schemed them. We just didn't execute. I think that screen was a perfect example. Luke Getsy out-executed, their defense, but we didn't execute. Whereas other teams seem to do that. So, I would think that's it, man. I mean, we're not good enough to, we're barely good enough to beat anyone, but we're definitely not good enough to beat anyone and ourselves. And sometimes and the ref. We're definitely not good enough for that. So, until we learn how to stop those self-inflicting wounds, we're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I'm with you. MEZ Box, I appreciate you coming through. You said, would you guys call the Patriots about Joe Milton? Here, the one thing I do like about the Ritter move is that it's not going to touch. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to move the needle when it comes to our salary cap. We don't lose any draft capital, and we get somewhat of a veteran quarterback that we can slot in, and potentially just get some movement with this offense. Potentially, I don't want to. I honestly, and we talked about this before, where I never have said tank, and I'll never say tank. But
hashtag SS.
Hashtag SS.
You know what it is?
But I'm the closest I've ever been because I just feel
bro.
like we need so many pieces to this offense to have it thrive. And so I don't want to give up any draft capital. I don't want to trade for anybody. I want to ride this season out. I want to see what our talent can do, even some of our younger guys, and just see what we can do. And so, chat real quick. Let us know, what do you think the score is going to be against this Chiefs game? Because it's going to be a tough one. Let us know. Let us know what you think that score is going to be. The only last thing I'll say about Luke Getsy, and we talk a lot about, we look at the film and everything. The only thing I did not like about Luke Getsy is when we had the opportunity inside the red zone, we got inside the 10 and we need to score. I wanted us to see Brock Bowers. Yeah. We tried on the fake handoff, booted back, and we hit him in the flats, but the safety made a good play coming up. But he's our only 50-50 guy. I wanted to see us. I didn't care if we threw at him 3 consecutive times, even 4. Now we had the penalty, which sucked, but I wish we would have targeted him more in the red zone when you had the opportunity. It was almost like Brock Bowers disappeared in the red zone, and I didn't understand why. So that's the only thing that actually did frustrate me about Luke Getsy. You had the opportunity to target your best offensive threat, and it didn't really go to him. And so, I talk a lot of things that I don't think it's Luke Getsy's fault, but there's definitely things that I question. So I just want to throw it out there. We got guys.
I understand it.
Unless you're saying 34-3 Chiefs.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm about to say, you can't be mad at it. Afraid shot. You're saying 24-20 with the Raiders on top.
Shout out to LS, man.
Exactly. And then you got my 2 cents, 30-13 after the Chiefs. Hey, look, if we come out and win, I mean, it's any given Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's any given Sunday.
I got us going 13. What the fuck was y'all watching?
I think the Chiefs are going to keep all starters in the entire game.
They are going to. Honestly, that's why when everybody thought I was cute with the whole Kermit thing, I was chilling. Like, nah, they ain't. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, man. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna end up we're gonna be like Chris Rock at Oscars and looking crazy.
Man,
Will Smith just slapped me.
I was puffing my chest out when we had Malcolm Kuntz and Max Crosby. I was puffing my chest out, all right,
I'm ready for war.
And then Malcolm and Christian Wilkins, I'm like, okay, you stop the magician, you stop the show. And now I'm over here.
No, but you know what? Hey, but that ain't even the same Jack. We don't even got the same Jack that said that. The Jack that said that last year. I'm like, okay, he cold. This Jack, we got Jack in the box, bro.
They didn't took Jack off the Henny, and he ain't the same player.
Man, give him his Henny back, bro. We got Jack in the box.
You talk about allude to this game. I mean, I'm telling you, Jack Jones is the only one that got exposed. Twice he got killed.
He's our third best corner, man. He's our third best corner of the team.
Look, all I say this. I know Jack Jones got a random drug test. All of a sudden, he ain't as aggressive no more.
Hey, whatever happened with that? I forgot about that. We ain't hear nothing else.
Look, we see what happened. You see what happened.
Well, we know it wasn't no performance enhancer because
wasn't no PGs.
Jack 110 pounds.
Exactly. It ain't no steroids.
Yeah,
it ain't no steroids.
Jack need to put something on, but man, yeah, he's 110 with weights in his pocket.
He's Popeye. He ain't got his spinach.
He need that Popeye spinach.
And Bluto out there whipping his ass.
Man.
LS with the ring around the rosy. I hope not, man. I'm telling you, they are going to put it on us. They're not gonna stop.
They might have a play called Kermit. just
exactly.
took us with it all day. Like
you just
that,
put it out
I'm saying
there.
that's how they are.
I remember when you was kids, you would play like leapfrog and you hop over a guy.
Yeah. They literally
gonna
might do a
happen.
leapfrog on us.
It's gonna happen,
Like here go Kermit here, all right.
Oh my god,
man.
they're gonna have some
ain't no
crazy
victory
audibles.
lap.
They're gonna have like a Miss
Oh, they
Piggy
are.
audible. They're gonna have a Miss Piggy audible.
Miss
They
Piggy,
gonna they about to clown.
Yeah.
They about to
It's
clown.
gonna be bad.
Hey, they about to act up, bro. They gonna act up.
Yeah.
I know. So we got to be ready for it, man. But hey, I appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody rolling through. We do this every Tuesday night. We just break down some film of our game. I understand that there's been some embarrassing losses up to date, but at the end of the day, we still got to find some bright spots just so that we can kind of move on and know, hey, who do we hang on to? You look at guys like Trayvon Moore, balled out. You had Robert Spillane. You had Nate Hobbs, did his thing, coming up on runs, big 4th down stops. And so you also want to see, who do we want to extend? We still have some big names that we possibly want to extend at the end of the season. Some of the youngsters, JPJ looks really good. Jordan Meredith looked like he had a pretty good game as a backup guard, and so we definitely want to be able to still break down film because you can still see some bright spots, or we can confirm what we've been knowing with our guy Tyree Wilson. I mean, just seeing him, and Chris, you pointing out that play with Tyree Wilson, I mean, that was just embarrassing.
That's
I mean,
man.
Bad.
Those are the things where just film doesn't lie, tape doesn't lie, and when you expose yourself like that, it just allows us as fans to be able to go and just kind of see it with a little more clear head, a little more clear eyes, and hopefully us Raiders and our team make the right move. And so I appreciate you guys pulling up with me. Everybody in the chat, make sure before you pull out, make sure you hit that like button. I got The Severe Raider. I got my guy Chris, Protect the Shield podcast. I'm 805 Raider. I am _805 Raider because I guess I'm no longer the Raider. We got the
you ain't the Raider, you ain't the OG Raider, you ain't none of that, bro. You gotta start from scratch.
Hey, but they come. Hey,
you're that guy.
Right?
You're that Raider fan. 805.
Hey, I'm a fan of the 805. Okay, but we run deep, and so. But no, I appreciate everybody pulling up. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. We're gonna try to hit you guys again next week. We might try to link up again. We might do something going into the weekend, maybe before the game, but that's always up in the air. But we'll definitely hit you guys after the game, give you our thoughts, break down some film, and make sure you guys link up and give us your thoughts as well. So again, appreciate everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your week.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Severe Raider. Make sure you subscribe to 805. Make sure you subscribe to me. Make sure you guys are subscribed to all three of us because we can go live at any moment, man. And we always got fire content. So
hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you know when we pop up. So that's the best way to do it. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your week, and we'll see you guys on the next one. We're out.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.